Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Cantona. And here's the chance to counter. And he's worked it through. Now can he find a finish?
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely. Mbappe, shot a goal! He's delivered all right!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Italy are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. It's played through for him. Mbappe! That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
It's a good spell of possession, this. He has found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Italy clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's on it, can he get away? It's a searching pass, and he cuts out the supply. Rummenigge, and there's green grass ahead of him. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball. That's tidy. And this is Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cantona, the specialist in tearing teams apart. He's found some space. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Italy are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Mbappe. Davids with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now that looks a decent ball. That looks a good ball through. An uncompromising challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Italy finding their passes. Gattuso. And the counter is on. And it's Hullet. Mbappe, Pedri, chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Venezia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Vieira getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cantona. Takes aim and terrific header! And it's hoisted clear. Pedri knocks it into space. Now here's the delivery. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Defending was strong and firm. Chance for a shot! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gattuso. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through, and he's searching through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Van der Ven clears. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And that's the second half started. Aimed beyond the defence. Look at the space here. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that was vital. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Gattuso. McTominay makes the interception. Looking tidy in possession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
McTominay deals with that comfortably. He can get that clear. Nesta. This looks promising.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that is a little undercooked. It's a threatening ball. Venezia needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, they've got it again. Pedri. Rummenigge. Gattuso. Davids spots it and intercepts. Searching pass he's played there. Nicely worked. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nice, ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now this could... And the finish! Goal, Italy! And the comeback is complete! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Italy get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Gattuso. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well played. And that has been clubbed away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Good ball, good take. Van der Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Messi. Oh, they can break here. Just eases him off the ball. Great vision. And he's picked out the run. Can he finish? Off the post. He's scored. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Cantona at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Italy take a two-goal lead and a real chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Flashes it, it's a mighty effort! And that would have won it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
And that's been won straight back. Pedri. Passing nice and neat. And this is Messi. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Can he get on the end of this? Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Rummenigge. Rummenigge. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Nesta. And it's Messi. Now he's got space here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rummenigge. Now it's Mbappe. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Hullet. McTominay can get it clear. Vardy. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Iniesta. Good running, strong and purple. Goes for a shot! That's going to go a long way. And that's that. Italy have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Cruyff claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Signore e signori, attenzione! Il papà del bambino che indossa un cappellino blu è atteso all'area informazioni.